So the Indian people are ignored through their court systems. But eventually, certain forces will come about to make changes in this country. When this civilization comes to an end, the people who follow the original instructions of life perhaps will stand here. And the people that thought that we cannot give this land back to the Mashpee Indians, their thoughts will be overcome. And someday the Mashpee Indians will live on their land without even the court actions.
Do you think that most people really believe that civilization is going to come to an end?
No, I don't think most people is aware of that.
Why?
Because of their plans of what they're doing now, of the nuclear plants, planning those kind of a future. They are not aware of how long this civilization will go on. And what I have seen, their plans are for destructions instead of life. The air pollution, water pollution, no one is solving that. And only a very few people are waking up to understand how to survive. We can see in all over the world prophecies, native people, biblical prophecies also comes to pass. And all this comes to one thing, and it all leads to destruction. Education is needed. A proper education is needed. Even in our universities, colleges, I think that they receive a wrong kind of education. The truth is hidden from the American people. We study the American history, and we find a little bitty paragraph about like this, about American Indians, and everything's about Benjamin Franklin, George Washington, and everybody else. So I think that our students at these universities are deprived of what they should be learning. And that's why we were listening to a group over here talking about the stereotyped Indians. The truth has never been brought out to our students. So they still have their mindset on television of what they saw in John Wayne movies. So I walk on a university campus, and there's 18-year-old boys, 17-year-old boys standing across the street giving that old familiar sound. Ooh. I never did hear an Indian say that. I heard that on John Wayne movies. So those kids went to university to get a higher education, and why didn't they get it? Why are they still stuck with their television? They're now 17 years old and 18 years old, but in their minds, it is still in John Wayne movies. I believe that when talking about discrimination against Indians, I'm not discriminated against as bad as a white man is. My own people has never discriminated against me. But I see the white man is being discriminated against because the truth is hidden from him. And I learned that through Watergate. That the truth is never brought out to the American people. The young students of our universities are badly deprived of what they should really know about American Indians and many other things. So education on American Indians is badly needed in every university. And that's why an Indian doesn't have a chance in court. Because already deep down in their minds, they have the ideas of what an Indian is. And now it has become to the extent that A court can tell you who you are. When I know who I am, I don't have to have a racist judge sitting up there telling me who I am. I know who I am. But over all these years, the American people have studied the Indians. They have dug up this earth, seeking evidence, history of our people. They have dug up the graves of our people, studying their bones. Why not study their ancestors? Don't tell me anything about the disease that we had when they come here. Don't tell me that the Indians were deformed. Tell the students that Napoleon was deformed. He had one short leg. Tell the students that Benjamin Franklin had syphilis, which affected his mind. That's why he was out there fooling around with lightning. Tell the students that George Washington had black kids. Don't be searching my history. Search your own history. Then we will find out who we are. Then the judge don't have to tell us who we are. I've been to Switzerland, Germany, Belgium, all over. In Switzerland, they have preserved their castle. I visited their old churches there at the castle, which only seated about 24 people. I guess they had 24 Christians in Switzerland, or in that area. Right next door is the torture chambers, in which they tortured their people. Then tell me who the savage is. And this was happening long before Columbus came here. That in these old castles they have preserved their torture chambers there. I have seen it. And it made me wonder, you know. Now, who's the savage? Here in America, we don't have that kind of evidence. We have no evidence of prisons. We had no jailhouses. Does it mean that we had no laws? Or does it mean that we had no criminals? What was history like prior to Columbus? We know. We understand.